What's happening, guys? Nice to see you all. I started this a little early today because I'm just beyond excited. I'm super pumped. I'm going to unveil, I believe, a product that is going to change the game of wholesale as we know it. So hopefully you guys are all pumped as well. I'm going to give us some time for people to get here because we had a bunch of you register, but you know how it is, right? You guys are working. So some of you need to go and pretend like you're on your lunch break right now and go to your car and tune in and listen because you just can't miss this, but you're still at your W-2 job, but not for long. Not for long. Because when you guys see what we're about to show you today, it's truly, in my opinion, the cheat code to getting a deal done in a week, which is, I can't even believe I'm saying it like that because it just sounds crazy. But we'll have to see it in real life so that you guys can be the judge. So before any of that happens, tell me where you guys are tuning in from. Let me know the city in the chat. What city are you from? All right. Diane's from Reno. Jesse, Mississippi. Yeah. What else? Houston. What's up, Ricardo? Good to see you, bro. Nashua. Amazing. What's up, Mike Sykes? Coming out of Atlanta. We got folks in Hawaii. Brazil. What's up, Sam? Man, my dog out there hanging out. I still never been to Brazil. But I'm like excited to go, but I've still never been there. Jamaica. What's up, Omar? What's up, Matt Ennis? He's coming to us from Jabroni. That's where all the jabronis live. Matt is mayor of Jabroni Town. Bruce coming out of Quartzsite. What's up, bro? Bruce was at my house for Thanksgiving. It was a great Thanksgiving dinner. What's up, Trevor? Mexico. South Dakota. Amazing. Temecula, California. That's a beautiful place. Oh, Sam says I got to be careful where I go when I'm in Brazil. Why? Could I slip and fall into a beautiful woman? Because that's what I hear happens in Brazil. Just pretty girls everywhere. Maybe I'll move there. Maybe. Who's excited about this? Who's excited about what we're about to talk about today? If you're excited and you're ready for the situation that you're in right now to evolve, give me a thumbs up or give me an excited emoji. I'll let you decide what excited is. Is it a fire? Is it a peach? An eggplant? What is it? What's your emoji for excitement? I know my my friend Yvette, every time she's excited, she just drops eggplants. We got okay, fire emojis. We got rocket ships. You know I'm with it. Money bags. I don't know what what's this little green blob? What is that? Game over. Amazing. La Donkey. Okay. All right. What are these guys? What's this one here? All right. It's like a Teletubby kind of thing. I know. I'm cute with the emojis. What can I say? All right. So we're supposed to have just started a minute ago. There's a couple hundred of you here. I'm waiting until we get at least 300 of you guys before I get moving. But if 300 don't show up in time, then I'm just going to kick it. We're going to give everybody 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes, guys, before we get started, because I'm super pumped about this. Let me kind of break it down a little bit for you before we get into the meat and potatoes, because we're going to get in it and we're going to get popping. I've done more wholesale transactions than anybody else in the country that I know of. Now, I'm not saying that I'm the best. You're saying I'm the best because I've done over 7,000 of these suckers, right? But the reality is how did I get to that volume, right? How did I get to the volume that I did? It's because Keegley, the company that I co-founded, is a dispositions company, right? We're in the business of helping wholesalers sell their deals. And we've done a fantastic job of it, and we continue to do a fantastic job of it. And I love the JV model. I've been JVing from, when I first got into the game. It's such a lucrative way to go. And why would JV be a lucrative way to go? I want to take you guys back to a situation that happened to me in my life when I first moved to Phoenix, Arizona. When I first moved here, my wife, Natalie, ex now, but still my best friend. So Natalie had, unfortunately, got a superbug. And we didn't know what the superbug was. But apparently, in order to treat this bug that she had, she needed a specific type of antibiotic. And that antibiotic cost $6,000. I wasn't in the financial position to afford a $6,000 prescription. I just wasn't. But she was dying. Like she was in a bad way. And when I explained to people where I was financially at that time, this wasn't very long ago, right? I moved here in 2012. So, we're talking a little over 10 years. So she is like, we're mattress on the floor poor. We don't have like a bed frame, right? Our mattress is on the floor. And I remember looking back, I was sitting at the kitchen table and I was trying to work on doing a wholesale deal. It was a Sunday. And she's basically, I felt like was going to pass away that week. She was just so sick. And I needed money like yesterday. So I get onto Facebook and I start looking for anyone who has a good deal. And I find this deal in South Scottsdale. And I talk to the investor wholesaler who has it under contract. And I ask him if he would be okay if I marketed the deal and try to find a buyer. And he's like, sure, go ahead. Yeah. And so I do that. And I'm messaging people on Facebook, and I'm calling people, and I get a hold of this gentleman by the name of Chris Simon. He's this dispositions wholesaler. He's a big wholesaler here in town as well. And Chris answers my call, and I'm like, hey, I'm sending you a text message with a deal in South Scottsdale. Do you have a second to look at it? And he's like, sure. So he takes a look, and he's like, oh, okay, I know exactly where this is. I'm actually not too far away from there. Can I meet you? And I'm like, yes. So I get into my car and I drive to the house, and he meets me there, and I get the code from the wholesaler who has a lockbox on it, and we walk out, and he says, I'll take it. Now I'd put a $10,000 assignment fee on there for me. And I look at Chris and I'm almost in tears because I'm so excited that this guy's going to buy it. But the problem is this thing isn't going to close for another week. And I need money now. Like I need money now. Right. And I just asked him, I said, Chris, would, I know you don't know me from Adam, and this is a really big thing to ask, but I have a $10,000 assignment fee on this. And I am wondering if you will, instead of giving me my money at the end of next week, if you would pay me ahead of time. And if I reduced it from 10 to 6, if you would do that. And I know that that's risky for you, and you don't even know if this is going to close or if the title is clear. So if we wait till tomorrow morning and we talk to title, and title gives you the heads up or the okay that the title is clear and that this is set to close, will you do that for me? And he said, yes, I will. He's like, what do I got to lose? $6,000. He said, you got your whole reputation to lose, because if you screw me, you're done in this town. And he's right, because I would have been, right? I would have been done. And so he calls title in the morning, and he said, it's clear. Come to my office and pick up your money. And so I get the money, and I go and buy her prescription. And in a week, she's better. And I can say that a JV deal, like, essentially saved my wife. For real. I was able to get to $6,000 in a matter of days, right? So and why did I tell this story? because the reality is JVs are the lowest hanging fruit in the world of wholesale, the lowest hanging fruit. Okay. So I truly believe in it. The other side of that is that when you JV, you give away typically half of your fee, right? And so why are so many people JVing, right? It's a lot of money to give away on a deal. Half is a lot. And I realized the problem, right? Dispositions and building a buyer's list is effing hard. It's really hard, right? Who in here in the chat? Who in here in the chat can tell me how many steps it takes to get one buyer phone number? Who can tell me the number of steps in the chat? Who can tell me the number of steps it takes to get to one buyer's phone number? Right. Diana says 5. Jim says 6. 5. A lot. 8. Okay. So, okay, here's what it is, right? You guys absolutely understand. It's a 6-step process. Okay. Here are the 6 steps. And that's why I know I got a whole bunch of ACK wholesalers in here, because y'all are like, I ain't doing that. That's a brain damage. And it is brain damage. It's legitimate brain damage. Because first I got to identify a property that has been flipped, right? I need to see which property is an investor property here. So then I identify the property. Awesome. Then I got to find out who owns the property, the LLC name that owns the property, right? That's step number 2. Then I got to go to open corporates, and I got to search for the managing members information from open corporates or some kind of corporation commission search, right? Okay, so now I got homeboy's name. Now I got to skip trace that guy, right? So I got to skip trace him, and I'm typically not going to get him right off the first hop. I'm probably going to have to do a couple of different searches. So we'll add another, and then I got to call him. Okay, so we're like 5, 6 steps, which is, I mean, no wonder so many of us just go to a dispo wholesaler and say, here, take it, sell it for me. Because that's crazy. And so my good friend Robert Wensley, who I'm sure many of you guys are familiar with, invents this thing called Investor Lift. And I love Robert, and I really like Investor Lift. Okay, I think it's a great platform, but there's a couple of things that and why I've never really promoted it. And here's the real reason. It's expensive. AF. It's really expensive. It's like oppressively expensive. And for those of us that are just getting started in this game, having that kind of a subscription fee or that kind of a tool that's like that expensive is oppressive. The second thing is I'm on Investor Lift's list, and I just get so many of these text messages now that I'm drowning them out, right? It's just like, so my deal is starting to kind of get drowned out on that platform too. And so many people are noticing the same thing. If you have ever received a text message from that platform, and you've ignored it, let me know in the chat. If you've ignored it, just again put an eggplant in the chat for Yvette. You got some of you guys, it's like the most used emoji you have, and some of you guys have never even pressed it, so you're super uncomfortable right now looking for the eggplant. There you go. All right, so lots of eggplants in the chat. Amazing. You guys are gross. Okay, so that's the scoop, right? We know that it's like we're ignoring the text messages, and it's super expensive. And the other option is JV with a dispo wholesaler and give away half my fee. Okay, so we know the pain now. We know the problem. Pain point is it's way too damn hard to build a buyer's list. Every single record takes 5 steps. The best next thing is 60 grand a year, which is oppressively expensive. And also now all those text messages are getting drowned out. And then we give away half our money to a dispo wholesaler. So those have been our 3 options. Those have been our 3 options until today. because I got my mind blown when I had the chance to sit and talk to Daniel from Investor Base. Now, this guy, look, I had one of two choices, and I'm going to be straight up with you guys. I had one of two choices on what I could have done here, okay? Because what Daniel has as a platform right now isn't good for my business. Straight up. So I could have ignored it and hit it and just been like, what? I don't know what you guys are talking about. I never heard of it before. I could have been a salty guy, and I could have gone on to Wholesale Hotline, and I could have said, Investor Base sucks, and most of you would have listened. And Daniel would have just probably worked with some other influencers, and eventually you would have found out, and then you would have said, you know that Jamil guy, he did something shady. He knew that there was a platform that was really going to help us out, and instead of telling us about it, he pooped on it and hid it because it wasn't good for his business. That's not me, though. I'm not that guy. And I don't think that you guys are in my world. I don't think that I've attracted you into my sphere by being that guy. I think what you guys are here for and why you are in my world is because you see that I'm an abundant person. I think abundantly. I care about you guys. I care about your success. And if there is something that I know is going to be incredibly helpful for you, it's my job and my responsibility to bring it to the community and to elevate it so that you guys can make an educated decision on it. So Daniel and I have this conversation, and you know, I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical of a lot of stuff. I should be, right? Everybody wants my attention. That's a fact. But he says, okay, look, you got a deal right now under contract? I do. So give me the address. So he gives me the address. I give him the address. And he puts it in the platform. And there we go. I get a list of buyers, like right there, and all of their phone numbers. And I'm like, get the F out of here. Like, seriously? One step? He's like, one step. And I'm like, these can't be real buyers. And so we start looking, and I know them all. Not only are they real, but they're like super real. Like, these guys are like heavy hitters buying now kind of guys. So I'm like, okay, this thing's got to be like, what, $100,000 a year? And then he starts laughing. He's like, bro, you have no idea. He's like, that's not what we're doing here. And he's got this thing priced so low that I honestly think he should triple it, but whatever. You know, that's not what he's trying to do. So without further ado, I want you guys all to give some love, throw some fire in the chat, because I'm going to bring up my man, Daniel McClam. What's up, bro?
Jamil, what is up, brother? Dude, you blow my mind. You know that? I've been sitting here just in a trance, just listening to you, man. You got some serious engagement skills that I need to sit down and take some notes from you, man. Seriously.
Well, I'm excited, and I'm genuinely excited about this. I don't typically get, like, the last time I got excited about a product was Privy, right? And Privy changed the game for our whole industry. And so rightly so, I was excited about it, right? But this is, and I will be selling a live deal, Chris. Just keep your pants on, dog. We're getting there. Give me a second. Let me take my time here, bro. First, Daniel's going to kind of just walk us through what we're looking at, and then I have a deal ready to go. Okay. And so we're going to be getting on the phone, and I'm going to be making calls. So you guys are going to hear me on the phone making calls, and I'm going to sell that MFer today. Okay. But Daniel, walk us through why did you do this, by the way? And what brought you to solving this problem? Because you solved a major problem. And there's a lot of disposition wholesalers out there who are probably a little bit worried right now because you're democratizing. That's a big word, okay? But what democratizing means is he brings dispo to the masses, okay? You're bringing dispo to the masses. Because look, most people quit wholesale because they don't get to their first deal fast enough, right? And if we could, most people would JV right out the gate. They could come in. Look, here's what's really interesting. Let me show you this, okay? Right now, I could go to okay, right now I could go to my website, Keegley.com, and I could look up properties. Let's see, right here. All right, right away I've got deals available. Okay? These are all under some of these are available, some are sold, right? But these 3 deals I right now are under contract, and if I was a dispo wholesaler, I could. Did you guys see that, by the way? Could you see my screen? No? Okay. Yvette, that's something you should tell me. Okay, can you guys see my screen now? Do you see it now? Okay, wonderful. Okay, so I could go here and I could essentially, if I had a buyer's list in Tucson, I could go and start pitching these deals right now. And I could, just like I did that day, I could make my money. I could get a deal done like today because those deals are available and they're under contract. But the problem is that building a buyer's list is effing hard. And I don't have I have too much ADD to do that. Right? So if you guys are out there right now and you're broke and you're like, I need to get to the money right now. I need to get to the money right now. Then getting to dispo an already under contract property is the lowest hanging fruit and your fastest way to a check. Guaranteed. You guys could get paid by the middle of next week. So walk us through it, bro. What happened? How did you do this?
Yeah, man. And I'll give my backstory here, but for anybody who's in doubt of what Jamil just said, we're going to show you today. If you're currently JVing deals, we're going to show you how to do your own deals. If you're doing a manual process, we're going to show you how to do that automatically with 1 step. If you're doing 5, 6 steps, it's going to be 1. So stick around on this call because we're going to show you how to do that. But guys, my name is Daniel McClam. I am a co-owner of Investor Base, which is a brand new disposition software for wholesalers. So we just launched this in April. It's already come a really long way, and we are extremely blowing up. I see Jacob Simpson use it and love it. Jacob, love you too, man. You've given us a lot of good feedback. But yeah, so I want to give a little bit about my background, just because it's super applicable to why Investor Base exists in the first place. We're based here in Charleston, South Carolina. So for any of our South Carolina guys in here represent, we had a wholesale firm that we started about 3 years ago, and we were a lot different than a lot of other traditional wholesalers out there. And the reason is we did about 150 deals in 2 years, and we didn't sell a single one of those to a local flipper landlord. Not a single one. We sold every single one to an institutional buyer. So 2021, 2022, we worked with about 10 different hedge funds across about more or less 10 different markets. And we scaled quick. Okay. So our company was Hawks Real Estate. I mean, we had 4 acquisition agents in-house. We had 20 cold callers. We had TC, Dispo. I mean, we had everything, right? End of 2022, for those of you who remember, interest rates went up and we got destroyed. I remember the day I got a call from 2 of our funds in one day, and we lost $150,000 worth of assignments in one day.
Dang it.
And Jamil, I'm sure you had buddies too who were.
Oh, we were getting creamed in 22, bro.
Yeah.
like everything screeched to a halt, and I lost like $500,000 on my flips that I was in. And then, you know, we were basically running uphill to try to wholesale our way out of all those losses. So yeah, 2022, end of 22 was terrible.
Yeah, and until then, Dispo had been easy for us, right? We had the buyer who was paying the absolute most. We knew what they wanted to buy. I mean, we reverse engineered our whole process to, we wouldn't even choose a market until we found out who was paying the absolute most, right? So into 2022, I mean, we got hit like a freight train. You know, we had mouths to feed, we had high OpEx, a bunch of leads, 40 a day, and we had no one to sell our deals to. So we looked on the market, tried to figure out, you know, I mean, we looked out there for other softwares of where we could just pick up the slack immediately, and there was nothing out there. So we had to JV deals. So for anybody out there that's JVing deals, like, you know, we were in that boat where we had to do it. But it was unsustainable. Our acquisition agents were making half as much and doing the same amount of work. You know, it wasn't fair to them, and our business couldn't support it. So what we ended up doing is, you know, we started to manually scrape together data, and we're like, man, there's so much slippage here, right? We're spending so much time with this data that we have to curate this. So ultimately, what we did and what saved our business was investor base. Okay. So what I'll show to you today is a software that we created out of a necessity in our own business as a wholesaler, just like you guys, that literally saved our business. So I'm super, super excited to show you today. And I'm super, super excited to have Jamil on here, who's the best of the best, actually going to use it. Like, I am so stoked right now. But what I want to jump into first here, guys, is a little bit of like we'll kind of fly through this, Jamil, just the little deck. It is applicable to what some of the best wholesalers are doing out there right now on the Dispo side, and it really applies into the software. I know you guys are ready to see a search, so I'll run through it quickly and I'll share my screen. But I have had the opportunity to speak with probably over 500 wholesale businesses in the last 8 months to see who's doing what great, who's doing what all right, what the top guys are doing. Okay, and it's pretty simple. I'm gonna break it down for you. Okay, can you see my screen, Jamil?
Sure can.
Cool. So we're just going to fly through here. All right. So 2 forms of Dispo, right? It's 2 channels that everyone needs to be aware of, right? There's prospecting for buyers to add them to your list. And then there's actually selling the deal. These are 2 different functions, but they can work simultaneously. So here's what some of the top guys are doing out there right now, Jamil. The guys who are doing it right are adding between 1 and 5 new buyers to their list every day, depending on how many markets they're in and that market size. With investor base, what I can tell you based on the averages is this only takes between 2 and 10 conversations. So it's super simple. All right. Buy box collection, I won't go into that to depth, but I will say this. On this ideal metrics front, this is a very overlooked buy box criteria point that when you're talking to a new buyer, make sure to ask them what kind of return they're looking for, because that is very important to know what their threshold is. Because ultimately, if they're only willing to make 10K and the other buyer you talk to is only willing to make 40, you want to go after the dude who's only willing to make 10. He's going to pay a lot more. So just a touch there. All right. So selling deals, we'll go high level here. Who decides whether a deal is good or not?
Buyer.
Buyer. It's not title. It's not you. It's not the seller. All right. Which buyer do we want to sell our deal to?
One is going to pay the most.
You've seen this, huh? The buyer who will pay the most. Exactly.
I just know this game like the back of my hand. You know, it's everything you're saying right now is you would know this from experience, and I can tell you were experienced. You know.
So why don't we prioritize marketing to the buyers who will pay the most? If we all know the answers to these questions, why are we not prioritizing marketing to the buyer who's going to pay the most every single time?
The biggest problem for me is that like I got this list, and all my buyers are in this one list, and unfortunately I can't even segment them into like little areas, and so they're getting hammered with deals in areas they don't even want to buy in. They're getting hammered with deals that don't even fit their investment criteria. And so I'm marketing the wrong deal to the wrong guy. And then the right guy who should see my deal, who should buy my deal, has stopped looking at my emails because I hit him last week with deals he wasn't interested in. And so now I'm mute to that guy.
Jamil, we have a new feature that I'll show you towards the end. It's buyer's list, and you can filter by every single type of criteria for your specific deal to only target the buyers that fit their buy box. So I'll show you that here in a little bit. You haven't even seen that, I don't think.
Incredible.
So reverse wholesale and actually selling the deal. Average termination rate out there is about 50%. High. Why? Rehab beverages, title issues, seller buyer issues. But what is the number one reason why wholesalers say their deal terminates? Underwriting. Tied the deal up too high. They wanted to give it a shot, right? So what if we knew what our buyers would pay before we went under contract? Would that eliminate these terminations due to underwriting?
100%, because I wouldn't put it under contract because I'd be like, this thing's too flipping high.
Yeah, 100%. Ever pass on a deal because it's too rural?
Yeah, I do.
Ever terminate a deal because you can't find rural buyers?
All the time. I tell people never to listen. When people come and bring a rural property to straight out of comp, and I'm like, why am I comping this?
Yeah, 100%. So we're going to shortcut that, and I'll show you. Today, we'll show you how to create more deals. We'll show you how to make more better buying decisions, okay, on the underwriting front, all right? This is a talk track. We're going to jump right in here, all right? No more delaying. Guys, welcome to Investor Base, all right? So this is a brand new disposition software for wholesalers. Now, when I say Dispo tool, it has some epic acquisition implementations, okay? So all we do here is log in, and we're just going to run a search. Jamil, if you have I think
I got an address for you right now. Okay, so I just want to show you guys that I just bought this, okay, so that we're all on the same page. I don't want anybody being like, hold on a second. Can I present too or no? Okay, let me present for a moment. I just love everybody knowing that this is real. Okay, so let me get in here looking for. So I actually have this deal. I just closed on it. See it right here. I closed. What day does it say I closed? Can you guys see the screen?
December 3rd.
I closed on it yesterday. Okay. I closed on it yesterday, and I want to show you guys the settlement statement. Okay. That's my company, Flip Fund LLC. I don't want you to see where I live. And this was so the acquisition price was, I paid $270, but then I paid a real estate agent $15,000, and I paid my ex-wife $15,000. Okay, so my total in is, after my closing costs and $315,000. Okay, so I just want you guys to see right now my cost basis on that property is $315,000. 1917 East Cromwell. Go ahead and put it up. We'll put you back on the screen. I wanted everybody to see this for authenticity purposes. I bought the deal. I own the deal. Now I get to sell the deal. You guys seen what I paid for it, and I want to sell this thing for. Okay, guys, I'm in it for $315. Okay, what would you guys think? What would make every one of you guys today, like, shocked if I could make on this live? $50,000? $70,000?
If you make $50,000 on this call, I mean, that's insane.
Okay, so I'm gonna sell this thing for $375,000 today.
Is that $60,000?
$60,000.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I don't doubt your abilities. Jamil.
I'm crazy.
That's a big fee, man. Holy hell. Let's go. Jamil, before we let you start making some calls, you care if I run through just the functionality real quick?
Go ahead.
All right, cool. Well,
the less time I have, the better.
We'll go ahead and run it. You want to throw me that address?
1917 East Cromwell. No, Cornell. Cornell. 1917 East Cornell, Tempe, Arizona.
Tempe. All right, guys. So very, very intuitive, very simple. Okay. We're going to type in the subject property. We're going to span these results or this radius out to 3 miles. I'm going to keep this on a year for now, but let's just say it was a more rural area. We have the ability to span this out 10 miles. We have the ability to span this out 5 years. What we're doing with this is we're going to be identifying recent nearby flip and buy and hold transactions that have actually occurred. Doesn't matter whether it was on the market or off market. We're tied direct to county records, and we're going to show you exactly which flips were done and which buy and holds were done within 3 miles in 1 year of this property. Property types, we're going to put it on single family. Do you think this is more of a flip or a buy and hold deal, Jamil?
It's a flip.
Okay. So let's put this on flippers only, but you can toggle between both. Now, what we do here, we just press a button. All right. We click skip trace and save results, and that's going to automatically provide us with the contact information for these buyers for free. Okay. There's no additional step. There's no additional cost. It's included in your baseline subscription.
All states?
Eat that. This is nationwide. There's no state we don't have. So nationwide. So when we click search, guys, what we're doing, we are literally doing that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-step process for you in what just happened in about 5 seconds. I couldn't even explain it. So what we just did is we just produced 92 results.
My God.
Flip transactions that have occurred within 3 miles in 1 year. So right here, Jamil, we have your deal. This is probably the previous person on title. But we give you a lot of information similar to what you'd get at another property data provider, say PropStream or something like that. So you can utilize this to write up a contract if you want. But what we have here, Jamil, we didn't even talk about this. This is a new feature called investor comps. This will tell you what an investor is more than likely to pay.
For my house?
For this deal, yes.
What will they pay?
On an average basis, so we're taking into account similar like-kind recent deals that have been done nearby, and we're producing an average price that investors have paid for that flip deal, like their actual purchase price. So we're blending those together and taking an average, and it looks like an investor will likely pay around $365.
Let's go. We're going to prove it. Let's prove it.
We're right off. We're already pretty on point off the bat. So we got some prices down here that we could toggle, we could change. But guys, this is the power of investor base on the underwriting front is, hypothetically speaking, we don't even need to go out and calculate ARV minus repairs, minus assignment fee, percentage of 70%, yada, yada. We have exactly what buyers are paying around us in an average. So there's almost no need to underwrite fully if we know what buyers are going to pay for the deal around us. So
incredible.
Let's jump out and I'll show you how we take this. We take this a step further. Okay. We'll jump back into this one, but I want to highlight this. So all 92 of the results on this right side, you're seeing we have the actual flipper's name, their LLC, their mobile 1, mobile 2, possible email. Out of all of these results, what we've done is we've organized all of these by most likely to buy your deal at the top.
Get out of here. To
least likely to buy your deal at the bottom. And it's no joke. Smart Match is the secret sauce to investor base. I mean, I'm just going to leave it at that. It is seriously the game changer here, and it's not to be overlooked. How we're doing that, because everyone asked, it's very simple, okay? We're just taking the deal that Scott McFadden did on Julie Drive, and we're matching it to the deal that you're trying to sell on Cornell Drive.
And what did he sell that one for?
He sold this one for he bought this one for $409 and sold it for $585.
Hell yeah, bro.
So he's right around the corner from you. Scott McFadden. He's your number one Smart Match buyer. So Scott McFadden is the number one Smart Match buyer on this list of 92 results. Why? Because he did a deal that has a similar square footage. It's nearby. So we're taking a few factors here. How close was the property to the deal we're trying to sell? How recently was it? So he sold this in April, very recent. What price did he pay? Did he pay 70% of ARV or more? Looks like he did right there. How many deals has he actually done? And is it similar square footage, right? There's a few other factors that we're taking in, but we're making the assumption that, hey, this guy just did a very similar deal nearby recently. He's doing multiple deals and he's paying more than anybody else. We need to prioritize marketing the deal to this person.
I could probably sell mine a little bit higher to him then, couldn't I?
So here's a little trick.
Because Emmanuel's telling me I should go to 400 on this thing, but I mean, I also want to give him a good deal.
Let's do this. Let's evaluate it first, and then I'll tell you what I think we should go in at, if that's okay. And you can tell me too, right? We'll just we'll look at it together. So right off the bat, going from top to bottom, we're seeing that Scott paid $409 for this one. It's 1,652 square feet. We see 1,655 square feet, 1,500, 1,900, 2,000. I'm going to assume yours is probably around like
1,630 square feet-ish around.
So 1,625.
Yeah.
So you already see off the bat, guys, we're already organizing similar size deals towards the top, right? This 2 icon indicates that Scott has done 2 deals, 2 flips within 3 miles in 1 year.
Let's go.
We see one's up here, and we see one's right here, literally right next to your deal, Jamil.
So I'm going to call this dude and be like, hey, Scotty McFatty, I got a deal for you that's going to make you even fatter.
If you say that, it's going to crack me up, and he's going to hear me on the phone. Right here, hey, we got another 1,600 square foot house. C4 Acquisitions, Chris Long paid $455 for this one.
Chris Long, his money is long. I love you long time.
We can click into that Zillow link that I just clicked on. I'm going to share my tab, and we can immediately see, hey,
that's the comp I used. How much did he get for that one? What's he sell that one at?
Looks like he sold it at $640.
Holy mother of Christmas.
Jamil, we should definitely on the call, when we call this guy, reference this flip. Tell me you did a good job.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, hey, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street?
But that's a good idea. But he also, it's important. He just sold this, so
he just sold it.
He's probably got cash on hand to redeploy.
And how many days on market was he?
Let's see. Looks like had some price changes. Listed it. It's 3 months. That's freaking pretty solid.
That's great. That's solid.
That's great. Looks like it was a 5-month.
5-month turn. So he's super happy with this one.
Yeah, 4-month renovation, and then sold it for 3 months later. So here's what we get in the buyer card, guys. You get the subject property, you get the specs of the house, what he paid for it, when he bought it, when he sold it, what he sold it for, the percent of ARV, right? The turn time. Once again, a lot of these, 80% of these people are in an LLC, but we are still able to pull their contact information automatically, okay? Now, it's not perfect. Some people are hidden behind a registered agent corp or an attorney, and we can't actually find their information, but it's going to be the same anywhere else. If you find anybody that does perfect skip tracing, you call Daniel and let him know, all right?
I mean, listen, if I have a better than 60% hit rate, I'm happy.
Yeah, 100%. So we're running about a 70% hit rate on LLCs.
Beautiful.
And then about a 90% hit rate on individuals. So Jamil, let's do this. I think we add Chris.
You're still on Zillow, so we got to go to the other screen. Yeah.
All right. Coming back. So Chris, this is super nearby, right?
Okay, can I make a call?
Let's do it.
Who wants to see me make a call? Who wants to see me get on the phone? Y'all came here to watch me sell a deal. Who wants to see me sell a deal?
It does look like Chris, for the price per square foot here, looks like he paid more than anybody else.
What did he pay?
So Chris paid $455 for this house right here on East.
How many square feet?
Your favorite street, Jamil, Sesame Street.
Amazing. How many square feet was it?
It was 1,628. So
bro, I got this boy. I got this guy. Okay, what's his phone number?
Size. Keep in mind, he might have actually paid more than this if it was an assignment. Because we're tied to county records. We're not going to show if there was an assignment fee on top of that.
Correct.
So it might be best to assume he paid $470 for it, but we're going to call his mobile one the most likely. So
what's his name? This guy's name is Chris.
Yeah, it looks like it's Chris Long with C4 Acquisitions LLC.
Okay, do you wanna text me his phone number so we don't violate a YouTube thing here and say a phone number live?
Yeah, I'll text you his number right now. Where's he?
I got to do this because, YouTube gets all strange when you're like, you sent someone's phone number on a live stream.
Yeah, I get it. I would maybe do the same thing if I were YouTube.
Okay.
Merit to it. I just texted it to you.
Okay, got it.
So we got his deal here. I can flip to the Zillow link if you want, but you saw the burnout.
Hello, you've reached the voicemail for Chris Long. I apologize I was unable to take your call at this time. Please leave me a detailed message, and I or a member of my team will return your call promptly. Thank you.
Hey, Chris, this is Jamil calling. I am going to get right to it. You sold a flip on Sesame Street in Tempe, Arizona. I got a fixer-upper under contract around the corner from there, and I have it at a much better price than what you bought yours at. Give me a call back. My phone number is 9461, and hit me back because I'm going to sell this thing in the next 10 minutes. Bye. All right, on to the next one.
Nice, the urgency. Love it. So I'm seeing another one on Sesame Street. This guy, Cat 2 Land Holdings, Carl Thunberg. He paid $628.
What's the number?
Send
me the number.
He paid $440. I'm texting this to you now. Jamil 480. And then we'll go back up to number one, Smart Match, the old trusty Scott, who's at the top.
Okay. This guy is Scott. Scott, this is McFaddy.
I just take no, this is not Scott. This is Carl.
Okay.
Carl Thunberg.
Hi, this is Carl Thunberg, team leader of the Midland team.
Why do these guys sound so corny?
Currently, I'm tied up with clients right now, but if you call my office, my team can take great care of you at 480-325-1411. Speak with me directly, please leave a message, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Thanks again for calling, and have a wonderful day.
Mm-hmm. Carl, how's it going? My name is Jamil, and I got a property under contract. It's a fixer-upper around the corner from the house you did on Sesame Street, and I got it available for a lot less than you paid for that deal. I'm going to get rid of this thing in the next, 10 minutes. Give me a call back. My phone number is 9461. Bye.
So Jamil, real quick, what we can do now that we're making calls, where'd that deal go? Tempe. So we're going to want to keep track of who we're calling, who we're not calling at the search page. But what we can do here, we can take notes on our conversations with these buyers, right?
Okay.
It's hard when you're doing all of the work on the dispo, you're doing acquisitions. It's hard to keep track of who we're calling, who we're not calling. So let's say called Chris, right? And left voicemail. We know that that's his right number, so we're going to verify that. And we're going to mark him as no answer. That will track to the My Deal section, which we'll reference in a little bit. But just to keep track of who we're calling, who we're not calling, this is great for our users to be able to utilize this.
Yes, sir.
Has some CRM functionality for us. So, all right, voicemail. So we'll just keep rolling down.
I do want to point out, though, we have 2 for 2 on hits. Both of those numbers were the right number. So pretty great.
And both in LLCs, too.
And both came from LLCs that I didn't have to go to open corporates to search. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Huge time saver there. I remember when we first got this thing going, man, we were like, oh my gosh, we don't have to pay somebody else to do it or pay a VA or whatever it is. Like, we can do this automatically. So let's try Scott. Let's take a look at Scott's deal real quick.
Okay. I want to call this fatty.
Oh yeah, Scott looks good. All white. Okay, yeah, this guy's locked in. Same square footage, Jamil.
Okay.
Julie Drive. Let's see what he paid real quick. I'm gonna go back.
I just got a text. I'm in a meeting. Can I call you back? Yes, I have a house in Tempe, around the corner from your flip on Sesame Street. I'm going to sell this in the next 10 minutes. Here are the details. That would be so cool if this thing just sold that fast.
It will. I guarantee you these guys are going to make offers on this, like no doubt. Let's try Scott, Jamil, and keep in mind he might have paid a little bit more. I know you're just saying we got it less than
I'm going 3. I'm going, okay, guys, real quick. I want to survey the audience, okay? Should I go 369.9? Should I go 379.9? Or should I go 389.9? Y'all tell me. I'm about to type this, and once I say it, I can't go back. 399.9, Amanda. 389.9, 369. You guys are all over the place.
What did we say to start with?
What did I say? 369.9?
We said like 365.
370? Oh yeah, 365. Yeah.
No. Oh wait.
I'm gonna go 369.9 because you know why? 69 is a good number. Okay, 369.9 and then ARV, we're putting that at what? 600. I'm gonna be conservative. So they're like, this guy is the bee's knees. Okay, guys. So y'all can see. I don't know. Can they see? Can they even see? You can't. I just put that text out. Can you guys see that? Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Jamil, right. I'm going to show you this real quick. What you could have done, or what you will be able to do in about 2 weeks, if you had already created a listing for this deal, you can create a customizable branded landing page that's customizable to Keegley or you, that you send out. Basically, this is shareable via a URL or an email or a PDF that say, if you had this and you inserted your pictures in here, you inserted your asking price of $379, some of the conditions, et cetera, the property overview, the description, the key details, you could have simply just texted this link to him.
Yeah.
And when he opens it, you'll be able to see when he clicks on it, when he views it. And if he wants to make an offer, he'll make an offer through this portal, and you'll get a notification when he makes an offer. So this is coming out in 2 weeks. We are super stoked about this. And that's, I mean, tell me that's more powerful than typing up a text.
Bro, I just had to just type all that crap up. I could just click a button and send that out. That's dope.
Yeah, 100%. God. So let's get into this, man. We got how much time we got here? We're 2 for 2 on people. We need to make sure we get in contact.
Let's keep going.
So Scott's your number 1 smart match buyer. I feel like it's only right if we give Scott a call. Sunny Porch LLC. We got his tax mailing address. It's in Arizona, so he's local. He paid $409 in October. Sold this for $585 in April. I'll text you his number right now.
Okay.
I'll start to line up some other people and I'll shoot them over to you. Right now, 213-1268. I just sent it to you, and he actually did 2. So he did 1 actually up here as well. He paid $450 for this one up here on Terrace. It's about 400 square feet more.
Bigger? Okay.
Yeah, so maybe it's best to reference Julie. I'd reference Julie.
Okay. What's this guy's name?
Scott McFadden.
Oh, this is McFaddy. Okay.
There we go. Try that second one.
Okay. Did you send another one?
Sorry. Shoot it over.
I mean, guys, this is crazy. I mean, it's like I'm right to the calls. I mean, here we go. I'm selling a deal. That's how fast. I don't got to build a buyer's list or nothing. Send me one more. If there's another one for him.
We only got 2 on that one. So McFaddy might be hiding behind a court or something like that. Beeline's a little bit farther away. We need to call this guy, Shane. 208, because this is directly across the street from you. I mean,
Let's call him.
You're on Cornell. He's right here. I'll text you his number.
Okay.
I'll line up a few more.
You guys see how excited I am?
Because
like, guys, this right here would have saved my butthole back then when I was needing that $6,000 for my wife. I could have just got on Investor Base and could have made some phone calls, and there we go. I'm done. I could have got that deal done in a day. Calling Shane.
He's on Oxford Drive.
Okay.
A little bit bigger than yours. He paid $400.
Hi, this is Shane. You've reached my voicemail. Please leave your name.
It's Shane. He sounds like old. I'm calling him again.
Hi, this is Shane. You've reached my voicemail. Please leave your name, number, and a detailed message.
Oh, I can't talk right now. I'm driving. Okay. All right. He just texted me. Okay. Hey, Shane. And I'm going to send him the same message I just sent to the other dude. I have a house in Tempe. It's going to sell in the next 10 minutes. You probably want to pull over. And he sold a one on what? What street?
Shane was on Oxford Drive.
I'm going to sell this in the next 10 minutes. You probably want to pull over.
All right. I just sent you Nino with It's Sold AZ. So It's Sold AZ LLC.
Now you guys, there you go. See that I just sent that text. I'm just doing this for authenticity, so you guys can see I'm doing what we're doing. Okay, Nino. I like that name, Nino. What did Nino do?
Lakeshore Drive, same square footage.
Okay.
Bought for $415. Sold it in March.
Come on, pick up the phone, motherfucker.
Please leave your message for 48027098818.
Hello, Nino. This is Jamil. I'm calling because I've got a deal in Tempe just down the road from the one you just flipped. I got it at a price much less than what you paid for yours. I'm probably going to sell this deal in the next 10 minutes. Give me a call back. 9461. Bye. I'm just cocky with it.
Do you think the extra little character, the twang, do you think that
100%. 100%. Because they're like, this guy's not AI. He's real.
Yeah, I'm taking some notes on that. Hey, Susan Murphy might be a good one. It's a little bit smaller than yours, and she paid $390. So
Let's call her.
You can maybe reference it's a little bit smaller.
Okay.
Still close by here. All right. It's a 602 area code, though. I don't know where that is. We'll see if that's right.
602 is here, Phoenix.
Okay. That makes sense. Looks like her LLC is Fafa LLC. She's local.
Okay, what's her name again?
Susan Murphy.
Okay.
Her flip was on Ellis Drive.
Thank you for calling 602-697-9550.
Got another one?
Might be your husband.
Okay.
Stephen Nagy with
Okay.
the Beeline Holdings.
Let's Nagy him.
He paid 505, but that one was a lot bigger. And then
Okay.
he paid 490 for another one. So he's done 2 right down here. Text you his number. What's great about this though is like, I don't know about you, but being able to get in contact with all these people pretty much immediately is huge.
It's massive, dude.
There's a way we can control. You calling him? That's Stephen Nagy.
Stephen Nagy. Okay.
Yeah, just text it to you. This one was on Redmond.
Hello?
Hello?
Is this Stephen Nagy?
No.
Okay. Do you buy and sell real estate by chance?
No.
All right. See ya. All right. On to the next.
There we go. Maybe that second one for him might work. You want to try that?
Yep.
Let's try that mobile 2. Mobile 1's usually the most likely, or landline 1. Maybe let's run landline 1, and then we'll move on to somebody else
Okay.
for time purposes. What if that was Steven and he was lying?
Yeah, I know.
I'm just kidding. It's not perfect, guys. So, like, we do as good as we possibly can on the skip trace front. LLCs are tricky sometimes.
Dude, it's been better than like.
The number you have dialed is not in service.
Okay.
After mobile 1, it gets a little tricky, but we throw them in there to.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, Magley, 602.
60. Okay.
Do you right now? 741 3981. Magley Chavez. I'll let you pronounce that one on Ellis Drive.
Hello?
Hi, is this Magley?
Uh-huh.
Hi, you flip houses, right? You did one on Ellis Drive in Tempe. I lost her.
Damn. It's Magley Investments LLC, so.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
I'll text her.
Yeah, shoot her a text. This is the one she just did. I mean, she's definitely a flipper. I feel like Phoenix is the wholesale mecca of the universe over there. I'm sure people get a ton of calls in y'all's markets.
Yeah.
Like, is it tough to connect with people sometimes?
I mean, these guys are all investors, so they're not on their phone a lot. But what's the address you did it on? Right around from Ellis?
Yeah, Ellis Drive. Yeah. So let's go back up. We got Benjamin. You ready?
Yeah, one sec. Okay, go ahead.
Let's get Benjamin with Dondo Homes. He's your number 2 smart match buyer. We've just kind of been poking around here. He has done 3 deals around you. So
okay. And what's this person's name?
His name's Benjamin. With Dondo Homes.
Oh, I know Ben. He's already in my phone. Look.
Nice. He'll probably pick up.
Hey, what's up, brother?
How you doing, Ben?
Good. How you been, man? It's
Good.
time.
Good. You know what's really funny? I got a deal like around the corner from the one you just did in Tempe.
Which one?
I think La Jolla.
La Jolla. Did we do a deal on La Jolla?
1728.
Right now. 1728 La Jolla? Did we do that? I don't even remember that.
Okay. Well, it says you did it.
That one was La Jolla was Oh, I think that was that one over on like Southern. Is that like Southern and
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I got a slamming deal over there, bro. I got like a 4-bed, 2-bath, 1,600 square footer, ARVs like 600 to 620, and I'm selling for 369.9.
360. That sounds like a. I was gonna say, I don't think anything's a 600 ARV over there anymore in this market. But,
I'll send you the comp. I'll send you the one. It just closed like a month ago.
Privilege of getting a deal from you. What the heck are you doing in the trenches?
Well, I'm in the trenches because you're on a YouTube live, and I'm also educating at the same time. So I got to do my thing.
Oh, all right. I like it. Well, send me the deal. Let's buy it. Let's lock it up and put something on YouTube right now.
Let's go! You guys hear that? That just happened, motherfuckers. I love you, Ben. I'll send you the shit. Okay.
Appreciate you, brother.
Back at you. Bye. Yes.
Let's go. Did we cheat? Is that cheating?
No.
Oh, he's there. He's there.
He's there.
Oh man, dude, he would have bought that thing regardless, dude. He's doing deals. He's doing deals. He doesn't even know the address of the deals he's doing.
I know. I know, but he knows me. He knows I'm the real deal, and I gave him the numbers, and he's like, "Yeah, do it. Let's do it."
Yeah, and look quickly. I mean, look, if we're looking at this, man, this guy sold this for 640. They sold this for 615. We could push 600 over here all day. 675
all day. Guys, this is amazing. Right here. He's like, I'm sitting with my contractor right now. Okay. He's like, send it right now, please. Right now. Like, it's done. This thing is done.
Jamil, so we went full time into investor base, right? With our business. We pretty much stopped wholesaling, but I got a deal sent to me by like an on-market notification at like probably 3 months ago. And I saw it and I was like, man, that's a deal. And I tied it up within 10 minutes. It got like 15 offers. I made one phone call on investor base. One. I just called the number one smart match buyer. He bought it sight unseen. He never looked at it. He signed the assignment the same day. So the power of smart match is crazy, because the reason why is because he just did a successful one literally right around the corner, like not too long ago. And it was a no-brainer. It's like, man, yeah, I had a great experience with that deal.
It's so good. This deal is so fresh. I don't even have a Dropbox. So I gotta send him the pics individually right now, which is hilarious. He's like, pics, please. And I'm sending the pics. This is insane, bro. Insane. I'm so good. No, actually, I'm so good, but this tool is flipping amazing, bro.
So,
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Jamil, a great thing here too is,
so now I'm gonna let you guys all know, okay? And here's the hard part. Investor base is $100,000 a year. I'm joking. It's
yeah.
not.
We
not even close.
Man, we couldn't stomach to do that. You know why? It's because like we were in the trenches, man. Like we were in that point where, you know, we didn't have like we couldn't go out and pay a ton of money for something. You know, we had just like put everything we had back into the business. And we didn't really have an option out there that was feasible for us. So when it came to like, hey, how are we going to price this thing? I mean, we thought of ourselves first, honestly. And we were like, there's other people who are in the same boat. So we're trying to provide as much value as possible. That's why we eat the skip trace cost. That's why we eat this and eat that. So ultimately, like, we've been in those shoes of people that are trying to get off the ground and get going. We've been in those shoes of where wholesaling's hard and dispo is hard. And we want to make it easy for you and easy on your budget, right? There's a lot of softwares out there that want a piece of your checkbook, and we make it as affordable as possible. All right. Don't know if that's a good time to jump into anything else.
I mean, I think the people are ready. Last thing before we go, because before we drop our pants here, they want to know, does this work in non-disclosure states?
Yeah, so it's going to work the same exact way The only thing we don't have is going to be the purchase or sale price for those states for obvious reasons, because it's non-disclosure. However, I will say that hopefully in Q1, Q2, we can start to feed in some MLS data. So at least for the deals that are being bought and sold on market, we will have purchase and sale price for those deals. But everything works the exact same. So the search functionality, what produces a flip, what produces a buy and hold, the functionality of Smart Match, we're still going to be organizing buyers towards the top based on a similar deal that they did. So everything that you're getting is still the same. You just don't have that purchase price.
Okay, so so they got to underwrite and figure out their number themselves. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's the same for anybody who's been in this non-disclosure state. It kind of stinks for guys out there. You are at a little bit of a disadvantage compared to everybody else.
Yeah, but it's an advantage because the lazy people don't work there.
Yeah.
Because it's harder. It's harder. If things are harder, it like filters out an incredible number of people. Does this work on raw land? Because I'm letting Jamil ask a question because he's got the same name as me. So what's up, Jamil?
Yeah, man. So all of these filters here. So what we're gonna do, like we put it on single family. All these people are here because they did a single family deal, right? Highlighted here. Oh, single family. When you turn this on multifamily.
Oh, we got to put him back up here. Hold on a second. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, sorry. So we put it on multifamily. I'm not sure why nobody popped up there, but we put it on both. And we can maybe span this out a little bit. Let's say single multi. So when you put this on another property type, what the software is going to do is it's going to pull in a deal that was done in that property type. So we do have land, we have mobile homes.
Hell yeah.
So if we want to search all those, 5 miles, 1 year, same house, even though this is a single family house that we're searching, it's going to do a 5 mile, 1 year search for multi, condos, townhomes, mobile homes, land. So we got a condo that Open Door bought. Nice. We got another one down here, a condo. Let's see what other property types we got in here. Condo. Land. Okay. So here's a land deal.
Luke says, I've been sitting here with my credit card in my hand for an hour.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's get to it. Let's get to it, bro. These guys are tripping.
Yeah, guys, come on. All right. So I'm going to show you pricing. It's not $100,000, all right?
It's not $60,000. It's not $50,000. Even though I just made $60,000, by the way. Hold on a second. Can we all just give it up for me right now? I'm just joking. Bro, like, look at the ROI here. Look at the ROI. Because we're like massively, I mean, I would pay $1,000 a month for this thing right now. Look what I just made. And what are you charging?
So it is $250 a month. With your boy Jamil on today's call, it's going to be $149 for that first month. If you go annual, you save 20%, and it's only $200 a month. With that, you get nationwide, you get free skip tracing, you get free LLC owner lookups, you get both flippers and LLCs, you get Smart Match, you get My Listings, which is coming out. You get the ability to add buyers to your buyers list, which is coming out, filter by your buyers list, a whole lot of stuff in here. And then also there's a 14-day free trial that you get.
Guys, this is it. Go sign up, go to Keegley.com, go look up available deals and go sell deals now.
Yeah.
Go do it during your free trial. I mean, you got a free trial. If you're not taking advantage of the free trial to sell some deals, you're out of your flipping mind.
Yeah,
you're
guys,
you're crazy.
And I want to say an important thing here. Like,
okay, he just took it. He's done. He said, send the assignment.
Really?
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.
Wow. What's the time on that? We started calling, 20 minutes ago?
Bro, I just made $60,000 in 20 minutes, bro.
Yeah, it could have been faster if somebody picked up.
Holy
That's incredible, though.
moly, bro. Holy moly. Okay, so go to runinvestorbase.com. 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 Do they go HTTP or is it www?
www or
Yeah,
just
I don't know why she put it in like that.
you can just do runinvestorbase.com and it'll auto-populate the front end. But guys, I want to make a quick note here too, guys, is the difference between us and some
Okay,
other
it also works. Thanks, Yvette.
A main difference is you do not have to be
just so you guys can see. Hold on.
Yeah, let's see it.
I just for proof. See it? There's the name of the vesting. Send it, please. Done. This is so dope.
So during the trial, guys, you'll get 8 searches.
I feel like I just got laid. I got paid though.
Yeah, you did.
That's great. Somebody give me a cigarette. Just playing. Can you guys get? I mean, is this who has more fun? Who has more fun on these things, right? Daniel, this has been great, bro.
It's been awesome, man. We got to do it again sometime. That was easy. That was so easy, right? Like,
yeah.
Was it not like we just typed in the address, pressed search, and made 3 phone calls?
That's it.
I mean, if the first guy picked up, like
that first guy would have bought it. Now, here's the cool thing. All those people I texted, they're now going to be chomping at the bit for my next one. Because they're going to go back and evaluate it. They're going to say that's a deal. They're going to come back and be like, sold, because you're slow.
Yep. And
then guess what? They're going to be, ready to do it again. Putting the link again here in the chat, guys. It's runinvestorbase.com. Make sure you put the run in there. You got
yeah. So, guys, during the trial, important note: you get 8 searches during the trial. Okay. You also, I didn't even show you all this, but you can export to a CSV. If you wanted to pop that list quickly into an SMS campaign or a dialer, you can do that like that. However, you can't download during the trial for obvious reasons, right? Trial abuse. But you get 8 searches. You get about 75% of the results that you would get on a main subscription during the trial, but it's plenty enough for you to be able to get a taste for it.
Yeah, like that's 8 addresses, not 8 phone numbers, guys. 8 addresses, right? Yeah. So you'll get all those phone numbers, but like if you're trying to sell one, he's basically saying you can sell 8 properties, essentially.
Yeah, you get 8 searches, 8 unique address searches. We have people move deals during the trial all the time. It's crazy.
Amazing. I'm like, I don't want to. All I want to do is sell deals now. Like this is the reality is this democratizes Dispo. This brings Dispo and puts it in the hands of everybody. And now you can go and find a decent deal and get to work. That's for me, that's the thing. That's the piece that makes this thing the coolest platform I've seen.
Yeah, and I'll say this too. We didn't even get into my deals, the CRM functionality. We didn't get into downloading. We didn't get into the My Listings page. We didn't get into the buyer's list page. We didn't really. Are
you going to teach these? Can you do something off? I'm like to the point, right? I just want to sell deals and make money. Yeah. There's all kinds of good stuff that you can do in this. Will your team help my people here? Because I'm sure hundreds are going to come and be a part of your world now. How can we make sure that they're going to get to understand everything they're going to need to do?
100%. So if you go to the home screen on InvestorBase, after you start a trial, you'll be contacted by our coordinating manager. So look for a call from an 843 number, or you can book it at the home screen. we do an implementation call with every single one of our users. So we want to jump in your business. We want to know what it looks like. It doesn't matter if you're doing 10 deals a month. It doesn't matter if you haven't done a deal. Okay. We have trainings we have a full help how-to section once you're in the software for tips and tricks. We got a full comprehensive demo if you want to do the self-tour. But we'll coordinate a one-on-one demo with one of our specialists with you to show you the ins and outs of the software and how to implement it in your business pretty much today, right? So we're also going to start building more of a community. Jamil, might have to ping you back on that a little bit, just to bring all of our users in one place where we have some webinars and some trainings. Would love to get you in there as well at some point.
Well, I know what I'm doing, dog.
That was fast, man. I did not disappoint at all. I mean, that was clean cut. That was clean.
This is sick. Run investor based. This guy is not leaving me alone, bro. He's on my butt right now. I'm still on the live, bro. Chill. I'll get that to you soon. He's like, bro, I got to get this house. I'm like, these guys got to get investor base first. Okay. Runinvestorbase.com. Putting it back up on the thing here. Get to it, guys. Don't mess around, because I just showed you exactly how dope this is and how this is going to, and for all of you guys giving away half your money on your assignment fees because you're not doing your own dispo. Maybe I just changed your game. Maybe I should ask all of you for a percentage of all the money you're going to save. I'm joking. Runinvestorbase.com. This was incredible. Guys, hit the like button. Why are you guys so stingy with those likes? How many likes are on there right now, Vet? Not nearly enough. You guys didn't like this? You savages. You savages. Go hit that like button. I just worked my butt off for you guys. So did Daniel. He just worked his butt off. Yvette worked her butt off getting you all in the seats.
Yeah, man, I'm sweating over here. Hey,
come on.
You mind if I throw this out there, Jamil?
Throw it out.
Guys, if you don't have a deal yet, right, Investor Base is a great place to get some confidence at what to go under contract at. Okay, I want to throw that out there. If you have leads of sellers that give you a price or you negotiate something, you should be running every single lead through Investor Base before you go under contract. Let's go ahead and verify that we, one, have buyers out there that are doing deals in that specific area, but two, let's go ahead and see what they're actually paying, right? What this will do, this will help create some deals that might not look like a deal because a buyer might be paying more than normal. It also will tell you whether you should even go under contract or not. Like if it's too rural and you run it and no one's bought a buy and hold and no one's done a flip within like 5 miles in 2 years, it's probably going to be hard to dispo, right? You're signing up for an uphill battle. So let's go ahead and know that up front with the lead. So that's the people who really get the most out of Investor Love and get the most out of the $250 a month. You know, when they don't close a deal that month, how are we going to use Investor Base to help us get more deals? And it's really just in the analytics that we have for you, right? Like we can create deals based on putting you in touch with a buyer who's going to pay more than the other person or pay more than what you thought that somebody would pay, right? So definitely run your leads through it. You can turn off that skip trace toggle if you just want to run it for leads. I'd recommend that because it runs a lot faster. But yeah, we have our guys using it every day on leads. And we're creating deals that do not look like deals because we're finding the right buyer, buy and hold guy, right? It's the contractors that turned into a flipper like yesterday. It's the mom and pop landlords that you find that might not even know what wholesaling is. It's the person who buys an MLS deal every year because they don't know how to find deals, right? That will pay a large amount because there's a lot of money out there on the sidelines of people that want to do deals but don't know how to find them. And so when we're tied to county records, we're just identifying people that have done a deal, right? You can't opt in to be here. You can't say, ooh, me, call me, I'm a buyer, when really you're a wholesaler or a fake buyer or a tire kicker. you can only get here if you've done a deal, right? So it's a super curated list, and you're going to find some people who are going to pay more than the average guy. Okay. So definitely don't sleep on running your leads through here. You paid for those leads. Make sure you're working them to the most of your ability. All right.
All right. I think I don't know what else we can do here.
Yeah, I mean, if we're running it to 130, I mean, I'm happy to show you the buyers list, what that looks like, I guess.
You guys want to see more? Or you guys just ready to go buy this shit?
I mean, we obviously, when you come into our world, we're gonna help you out. We're gonna show you some stuff, but happy to pop it open. It's in beta. All right, so.
Yes, more. They want to see more. Okay, guys, now you guys can see what you bought. I'm just like, oh, I feel like a guy who just made $60,000. You know, my back hurts. Oh.
Hey, Jamil, we gotta drop a mic on that. Honestly, I'm gonna show this real quick, and then we're gonna drop a mic right at 130 because you just, I mean, you did it. You did it. Let me just show them this real quick because it's a work in progress. And honestly, I would be curious on people's feedback on this. So guys, when we ran the same search, let's say we called that person Scott or Ben. We talked to Ben. He wants to buy our deal. Where's that property? Let's get in here real quick. All right. So we marked a few people as interested. Hang on, I've got to pull it up. There we go. So we marked that person as interested, right? Scott or whoever we were marking. We're calling down this list. We're taking notes. There will be a heart button here where when we want to add Scott to our list, bring him into our world, we can actually press a heart button. And what it's going to do, it's going to add Scott to our buyers list, right? And what it'll look like is it'll pull us into this screen, this module, where I can't type right now, but we type in name, phone, email, mailing address, notes. We click on purchase locations. We can add a zip code that he's buying in. Once again, this version's not letting me do it. We add property types, flipper, yes, right? And we've come through here. We add them. They're going to add to our buyers list. We keep track of how many buyers we have on our buyers list, right? And once we have a certain deal, we can just go and filter by zip codes, property types, buyer types. You can also import this list. Jack said, relax, I'm working on it. So Jack's my partner. We got a small team. We like to build stuff. And this is going to be the next thing coming out, which is going to be huge.
Amazing. More stuff. Somebody asked, what's the difference between this and batch leads and prop stream? It doesn't suck.
It goes a little deeper than that. I think I like prop stream.
I like batch. They're my friends too. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, guys, it's a totally different thing. It's like those things are, again, you're doing all the steps. You got to pull the lead. You got to get the hand. You got to do the skip tracing. You got to go to open corporates. You got to blah, 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 blah. It's like the 5-step process. It's like why? Why do you want to bang your head against the wall?
Let me take that seriously. Let me take that a step further. Main difference, and this is what we found when we were doing deals, right? We're pulling a cash buyers list, right? This is not a cash buyers list. Okay. I want to make that crystal clear. This is non-subjective to debt or equity structure. All right. I'm using big words there, but what I mean by that is when you pull a cash buyers list from PropStream or Batch or another property data provider, more often than not, they're going to exclude a lot of the flippers that maybe used hard money for that deal. The reason why is because that's recorded as a financing transaction, not a cash transaction. So a lot of the people, when you pull that cash buyers list, there's a ton of slippage of you're not getting a lot of the flippers who might have used hard money. I mean, Jamil, how many flippers out there do you think are actually using debt, right? A lot.
90%.
90%, right? So there's a huge amount of slippage more often than not.
Bro, I used hard money to close that deal and I'm rich. I'm straight up. I still use debt. I use it all the time.
The richest people on earth use debt, right? Everyone uses debt. So you have to be calling the people who are using debt, not just cash. on top of that, you're also calling a lot of people on a cash buyers list that might live in that house and might have just paid cash for it, right? They're an owner occupant. So you got the other obvious things, which is, the free skip tracing, the multi-steps, the cost, the time. But really what I like to talk about is the data, right? Like, this is curated to who's done a deal, who hasn't done a deal. I don't care if you paid cash. I don't care if you used debt. I just want you to buy my deal. I want to know that you've done a deal, and I want to see who's going to pay the most, right? So that's the main difference.
So it's like vetting the buyer because they've done a deal before. So guys, for any of you who have been on, that other expensive platform, and it's just wholesalers, it's just a bunch of wholesalers. And so you don't not that there's anything wrong with that, but they're not the actual buyers that we're looking for, right? So then we waste time. You get wholesalers tying up your deal, telling you they're going to take your deal, and then they don't do it. They don't deposit EMD. They're just trying to wholesale it themselves. Like, that's a big problem. That's a wasted time.
Jillian has a funny comment. I just got an investor base for $0 today, billed annually starting December 19th. I should have $100,000 by then.
I mean, for real though, this is.
I've seen it happen. I'm dead serious. I've seen people move their first deal with one phone call during the trial. I've seen people move their largest assignment fee, 2 of which in the last 2 weeks. One was 70, one was 75. Jamil just made 60K in 1 hour. I mean, it's real. I don't doubt it. Jillian, get out there, go do it. I'll demo you myself and we'll make sure it happens. All right.
My man. Guys, I just helped all of you guys have a very Merry Christmas. No jokes. This was dope, dude. Go again, runinvestorbase.com. If you haven't already done it, you're crazy. And so for those who are asking, what's the cheat code here? Well, what if you started doing this? You just went and they were like, we couldn't see that before. So I'm just going to show it again real fast. You go to Keegley.com. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
We go to properties. And here are active deals right now. So we could go to this deal. You just call a rep, say, hey, I'm a wholesaler. I want to help you sell this. My rep will absolutely give you permission to do so. And get to it. Go start selling these deals. Just go. No one's stopping you. You got, it's right here. I mean, what the hell? Look at this one. This one in Sierra Vistas. We're selling it for 67. ARV's 150. Somebody go sell this deal. Go sell it. Insane. It's insane.
Yeah, the world of JV. I mean, I'll tell you, if someone's JVing your deal, they're probably using investor base. Honestly, at this point, I mean, we're getting to that point of so many people are using us that if you're using somebody in the JV, they're probably just paying $200 a month and then taking 5, 10, 15 grand from you, right? Which sometimes if you don't have enough time to do it, sure. But you just watch what we could do in 30 minutes. It's really not that time intensive if you make the calls, right? So
we proved it. The reality is it was just proven. And that's what I wanted to do. I was like, if you're skeptical, cool, come skeptical, please. And we had a good show up. There was 450 people on here, and it kept growing and growing and growing. Why? Because they were like, there's no way. People want to see me fail. But you know what, guys? It's just not going to happen. I love you guys.
I'll say this: I did not want to see you fail.
No, I know you did it. You have a dog in the fight. You have a dog in the fight. These guys are like, we gotta watch this guy fall flat on his ass. Let's go. But
Sam said 60K in failure.
yeah, 60K, guys. I just did that. Did that. What am I gonna eat for dinner tonight?
Guys, when you get in the trial, there will be, I don't know what you're eating tonight, Jamil. When you get into the trial,
He's like, let's go back to the software. Yes, sir.
no, it's just I'm looking at some questions on the right in the comments. There will be a pop-up window where you can just click to go active. I saw somebody that was wanting to go ahead and go active. You can do that. Just it'll pop up, be a green icon that just says.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna sign off here and go enjoy life and go figure out how I'm gonna spend all this money I made today. And you, Daniel, have a beautiful day. Thank you for creating an incredible tool, and we'll do this more. This was super fun.
Got to 100%.
Yeah. Guys, runinvestorbase.com, runinvestorbase.com, runinvestorbase.com. See ya.
Later, guys.